Hey guys, it's Kyros. Welcome back to my channel. We're going to continue on today with the 7 laws of Hermetic principles, and we are going to go to law number 2. Law number 2 states that it's the law of correspondence, and it states that as above, so below. And we have to understand what this actually means. What is on the top is the same thing as what is on the bottom, but it's a synergistic effect between the both sides. We have to understand that what is happening in the macrocosm affects what's happening in the microcosm, and what is happening in the microcosm affects what's happening in the macrocosm. So we can actually just see that very similarly in our day-to-day lives. So take me for example. All right, so I am actually going through a bit of a process of change and transitioning and understanding who I am and myself. When I wake up and I have an intention of having a really good day, everything that happens around that day doesn't really alter my feeling, because I have such a belief that my day is amazing and it's great, and no matter what happens, it takes a lot for me to be brought down. But when I wake up late, or if I have a bit of a scramble and I don't have my time for my morning ritual and getting things done, I am creating a bit of a dissonance in my day. And what happens is my reality kind of becomes a bit more staggered, and I am easily off-put by events through the day. So how does this actually affect our life, like in just general? Like, how does the law of correspondence actually change what is happening to our day-to-day? So if you think about two people right now, we have person A and person B. Person A sees the world in such a way as, oh, everything is amazing, life works for me, the universe gives me abundance, and everything happens for a reason. And you have person B who goes, life is bad, it's a dog-eat-dog world, I get scammed all the time, things doesn't work really well, everything is a conspiracy. Person A and person B, in this state, how do you feel which person would be having a much more easier mental state, because they will be able to move along life in a much more fluid way, and who's going to move into life in a resistant way? Obviously person A, because they have had such a positive outlook. Now, in saying that, you have to understand person A and person B obviously did not have the same experiences. They did not grow up to be the same way. They probably, person A probably had an easier upbringing, or probably had the right stimulus to be able to go through the change, and person B probably had the right stimulus to have his outlook of the life. But that's when we come in. If we can see these two different kind of people, these people have actually had the experience. How do we actually take that experience and implement it into our lives? That is what we want to get into. So if the person A has such an amazing life, which is full of abundance, and person B has such a kind of chaotic life, when we see that, we will be able to kind of understand that, hey, person A has the truth and person B has the truth, because there's no judgment between them. So if someone who is not as much as a person A, and someone who's not as much as a person B, you understand that they are creating that reality that they want to. They are manifesting that reality that they want to live in. And that's how the law of correspondence works. As above, so below, it says. So when it says as above, so below, what is happening in the smaller quantum scale is actually manifesting into the larger micro scale. Let's take an example as disease. All right. How does disease actually affect the physical body? Disease comes into the body because there is something in the quantum field, or a block in the quantum field, that you have kind of created, and the disease is constantly reassured. So if we have a belief system, just say our mom or dad had undergone a serious illness, and we take that identity and put it into ourselves, being, oh, my parents went through that, or my genetic disorder is that, we reaffirm that reality into our lives. And what happens when the law of correspondence goes is, what happens as below happens as above as well. So what it takes from the bottom part of it manifests into the microcosm. So from the smaller quantum scale, it gets manifested into the larger, more dense macro scale. So this is why it's so important for us to be able to vibrate or have a much more stronger belief system in order for us to be able to manifest the universe, the reality that we want to be able to experience. Now, how does this going to change our day-to-day life if we continuously use it and do not break the pattern? We experience more synchronicities. And by synchronicities meaning, as we kind of wake up in the morning and we feel like, it happens to me in my real life, if I feel like I want to talk to my mom or I want to talk to my dad, literally within 5 minutes I would get a call. That is because I am synchronizing into the universe, and the universe to be able to give me what it wants. The more we be able to do that, the more we'll be able to manifest the realities that we want to create. So let's understand that the law of correspondence is working for you, not against you. The universe does not discredit or does not judge what you want. It only wants to create what you want. But the belief system that you hold is the utmost importance, because at the end of the day, it comes from within, and it comes from what your belief system holds. And that's how it creates the macrocosm. Because we are all divine creators, we be able to create the reality we want to live in. We are able to create the reality that we want to experience. So the more we vibrate in that level, the more we'll be able to level up. I am very fortunate to be able to understand this theory from a very young age, and I knew that I wanted to be able to experience my life in a much more fluid and full manner. And from opening up businesses and doing many different things, from being a creative director and studying pharmacy, or being a whole understanding of a different person, I have created a reality that I wanted to be able to experience the universe fully with no blockages. And I have hopefully created that for myself. And I would like to inspire everyone else to understand that just start off with a simple thing like an affirmation, and start moving into a much more positive vibratory pattern, because the more we do that, the more we'll be able to create a much more amazing universe. All right, guys. So thank you for watching this today, and I will see you guys in the next episode. The next one is going to be the law of vibration. And what is vibration about? It is actually the law of correspondence, but how it actually affects the universe and how it actually moves along the universe. So I'll see you guys then.